Center pregame.
Welcome to this week's pregame show. My name is Tristan Harris, and I'm joined here today with Jay Greco. Lee Summit West heads into Blue Springs South this week for Blue Springs South's homecoming game. We're going to look at the previous 2 weeks for both teams first. For Lee Summit West, they started off with a hard match against Park Hill, but lost that one, and then they got the revenge hosting Fort Osage and won that game 46-7. Sammy Cooper, the quarterback, went 15 for 19, threw for 198 yards, 5 touchdowns, and had a 150.9 QBR. So that's going to be a tough matchup for the South defense. Jay, what do you see for the first 2 weeks for South?
Well, the first game against Raytown, we took a tough loss, 21-23. We held their offense at 23 points, though, which they're a very explosive offense.
Yeah.
We had 3 sacks, which is pretty good. So hope we can get some pressure on Lee Summit West. I think we can be fine. The next week we played Ray Peck, lost 45-37. That was a little bit more of a high-scoring game. The offense looked good that game. Max Connor threw for 3 touchdown passes, and 2 to Cortez Essex and 1 to Avi Johnson. And then MJ Overstreet had 2 on the ground.
Yeah, and we actually got out to Ray Peck got out to a big lead in that game, actually. They were up, I believe it was 35-14.
15, I think, at one
or
time.
35-15 or somewhere around that, and we ended up coming back. We got an onside kick, and it just also shows that no matter the score, South's going to try, and they're going to push as hard as possible, and that could really make the difference against Lee Summit West. But like we said, they have a very explosive offense, some good receivers, a good quarterback, but South's defense is also, I mean, they looked good in the first week against Raytown. Held one of the best offenses in the area with Joe Campbell and a 3-star wide receiver. I mean, that's a good offense. They held them to 23 points, so this is going to be a good matchup.
I think if the offense can get it going like they did in the fourth quarter against Ray Peck, they had 22 points in the fourth quarter. I think if they can do that throughout the game, it could be pretty good.
Yeah, in the fourth quarter against Ray Peck, the offense clicked on all cylinders, running the ball, throwing the ball, and if they can play like they did in the fourth quarter, Lee Summit West should be scared right now. So I haven't seen them look that explosive in a whole game yet, but we'll see. Yeah. So we're going to head to break, and after this, we will talk with running back Nashawn Rick for the Blue Springs South Jaguars.
Hey Jaguars, this is Brandon Jackley with Chick-fil-A in Blue Springs. I'm the owner-operator here for the last 8 years, and we are so glad to be a part of this community, especially Blue Springs South High School. Come see our newly renovated dining room. Also, we're going to stay open late on Friday nights to catch you after the football game, so come visit us. Go Jags!
Welcome back to this week's pregame show. My name is Tristan Harris, and we are now joined here with a star running back for the Blue Springs South Jaguars, Nashawn Rick. But Nashawn, you also play a little bit of linebacker, and as we were saying earlier, Lee Summit West has a very explosive offense. So what are you guys going to do to slow them down this week?
I mean, hopefully we just listen and execute our game plan that the coaches have drawn up for us. You know, we've been practicing all that, and they've really been harping on us about being tough and just executing the things that they've drawn up for us.
Okay. Jay, you said you had a question as well, correct?
Yeah, how do you think the offense will do against this tough Lee Summit West defense?
I think we're going to be good. Again, the coach have a game plan like they do every week for us. We just all got to be bought into it and really just do everything they say, really. I think we'll be fine.
And how does Coach make sure that the players are all in the right mind state with homecoming this week and everything? What is Coach going to do to make sure everyone is focused on the game and not homecoming and everything else?
Well, it's all about the discipline he really has brought into us since day one. You know, I don't think this homecoming is going to be that big of a distraction because we're already so disciplined about everything else. We're not worried about really homecoming, just about the game and winning.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Nashawn. We're going to go to one more break, and we'll be back with our final decisions and score guesses, I guess. So we'll be right back after this.
Rob, there's a huge spider in the closet.
Don't let pests control your life. Let Moxie Pest Control be your pain relief. That means a thorough inspection and treatment without dangerous chemicals. Experience the Moxie difference at KillBugsFast.com. Moxie Pest Control, Kansas City's pain relief experts.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Now it's time for me and Jay to say our final predictions for Friday night's homecoming game. My prediction is Lee Summit West's offense is going to get out to a fast-scoring game, and they're going to get a little bit of a lead on us, but like the Jaguars did last week, came back, but they didn't get it done. Came back for 22 points in the fourth quarter. I see that happening once again, but the Jaguars actually getting the edge and winning this one 42-40 in a very high-scoring game. So, Jay, what's your prediction?
I'm going to go the opposite way around. I'm going to say this is going to be the battle of the defenses here.
Okay.
I'm going to go South is going to win 21-14. I think if the defense does its job, then keep Lee Summit West to 14 points, and hopefully our offense can get 21 points and win this game.
Yeah, well, that'll be tough for them to do, but like we said, the defense has shown that they are a tough defense. So this will be an interesting one. I'm Tristan Harris, and this is Jay Greco. That's all for this week's pregame show.
And I don't mean this in a mean way, but I hated homecoming. There's so many distractions. Kids are, dancing in the assembly and doing stuff when they need to be focused on football. So not let that distraction kill their performance tonight. So I think we've got a great chance. I think we just need to do the fundamentals well. This is a great staff. We really enjoyed watching them 2 weeks ago, and I look for them to get better.
And it's probably better nowadays because you're dancing on Saturday. It was really tough when you were playing on Friday and dancing on Friday.
Yeah.
It was very, very difficult, I'm sure, to keep their attention focused on the game. Well, they're facing a Lee Summit West ball club. Vinny Careswell is in his third year as the head coach. 18-6 overall since taking over for Royce Boehm, who built this thing from the ground up when Lee Summit West opened back in the middle of the last decade. They went 9-2 last year, 8-3 the year before that, and off to a 1-1 start with their loss at Park Hill, 19-6, and then they came back and blasted Fort Osage last week by a 45-7 score. And Sammy Cooper, their quarterback coach, had a much better night last Friday than he did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and I think it really helped the Lee Summit West program that Vinny Carswell was part of the program and worked with Royce, and he was kind of the hand-chosen kid to take over, and they're a very solid program, as are all the Lee Summit schools. Very well balanced. They've got some great skill kids, and I think it's going to be a tremendous challenge tonight, but I think it's something that the Jaguars can do. We just need to play as a team.
Well, it's a series that has spanned 7 games, and the Jags have won 3 and lost 4, but they've lost the last 3 in a row since the state championship year of 2015 when they posted a 27-21 victory. Even though Lee Summit West opened, I want to say 2005 in that area.
Right.
These two teams didn't play until 5 years later, the 2010 season, and I think part of that was because the Jags had been established by then as a solid Class 6 ball club with a Class 6 state championship under their belt. And Lee Summit West opened as a smaller school and was able to work their way
Class
up.
5, absolutely. And I think that was a design plan for Lee Summit School District, and I always admired that they gave their program a chance to grow a little bit before they moved into the big conference. And not that they had any choice, then they go by enrollment, but I think it helps the program when they get started. So about ready for the kickoff here. I'm excited. I think this is going to be a great game.
Well, the Jags have won the toss, and they're going to take the football. MJ Overstreet to the near side, and Isaiah Frost is wide to the right in terms of standing back at the 5-yard line waiting for the Titan kickoff, and it is a line drive kick. Overstreet will take it on the 1 and bring it straight ahead, middle of the field, 15, angles far side, and is tackled just shy of the 20-yard line. And that's where Blue Springs South will start it. First down and 10, and a 35-yard return. Actually, 19-yard return, but a nice deep kick, which got it back inside the 5, down close to the 1.
Well, we started out fine 2 weeks ago. Let's see if we can put something together on the first series.
Max Kennard, the quarterback, has thrown for 316 yards so far. And he'll play action fake, roll to the near side, fire on and out. He's got Frost at the 30-yard line, and it'll be just shy first down, or right at the first down marker. And the tackle made on the play by the Titans, Andrew Cahill.
Yeah, that's that counter play action pass, and then a quick out route by the receiver. Really good execution, put the ball in a great spot, so we're off to a great start.
Low snap, knee high, but the quarterback catches and then hands it off, and there's not a lot of room there. And Nashawn Rick will get stacked up for no gain on the play. The opening kickoff coming at 7:02 this evening, 77 degrees. And our time and temperature is presented by Swim Things on 40 Highway in Blue Springs, Kansas City's pool and spa experts. Give them a call at 224-2600. Kennard on second down. Two-step drop, swinging on and out, and throws it just behind his intended receiver coach at the 40-yard line, and they were looking for Luke Fellers.
Yeah, Luke ran a good route, and the ball was just behind him a little bit. Plus, there was very tight coverage by number 13, Nicholas Cole. So it made it kind of an impossible catch. But so here we are with 3rd down and 9. Big conversion necessary here.
Need to get it to the 40. The safeties are playing back at about the 43, 44-yard line. Kennard, quick drop, and the pass on and out is caught at the 46-yard line. Frost hauls it in, and he was juggling it, and I didn't know for a moment if he was able to hang on to it before he stepped out.
You know, I've always said there's 3 important things about a pass: location, location, and location. And he threw that ball away from the defensive back. It was great execution. Big first down that puts us on the 45-yard line.
Frost has already caught 2 balls this year, 7 in this game, 7 for the year. And make it a 3rd one as he catches it over the middle and is tackled in West territory at the 40-yard line. The stop made by Shane Fredrickson.
Isaiah Frost again on a little slant route, and that's a basic play-action pass that's been around for 500 years. A dive action brings the linebackers up to stop the dive. You throw the ball right behind him on a slant route. Nice execution. Good job on this drive.
And the toss on the sweep going to the far side. Rick is there, and there's not a lot of room for him. And I'm not sure he got back. No, he ended up losing a couple of yards as he's knocked out of bounds by a host of Titan tacklers. There were a couple of them there. Dylan Zahn was one guy there, and Wyatt Ramsey was also there. Bring a man in motion, and out of the pistol, Kennard rolling to the near side, picks up a block, and then fires the pass. He had an open man, but the linebacker Ramsey was in between and knocked the ball away, and it's almost like he didn't see him there.
Yeah, Wyatt Ramsey's got really good height, and he was able to get up in the air and just tip that ball a little bit. Another 6 inches up in the air, and that would have been a complete pass, but that was a very good defensive play. That linebacker, Wyatt Ramsey, traveled a long way to get that tip, so nice play by the Titans.
It's 3rd down and 12 from the 42-yard line. Low snap. Kennard's going to have to step up, flushed out of the pocket, throws it deep, got a man wide open, and the ball is caught at the 13, taking it down to the 7-yard line. Luke Fellers with the catch. And the Jags are in the red zone, which is brought to you by your ECS Capital Investments advisor, Eric Sporing.
You know, Luke ran an out route, and Max had to run out of the pocket a little bit. So Luke, just like he's well coached, ran up the field. No coverage there. Great pass. First down inside the 10-yard line.
And they will run out of the I formation. Kennard under center. Handoff Nashawn Rick. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, and he'll go down with no gain on the play. Go ahead, Coach.
Straight dive that time, and it looks like it's going to be tough sledding right up the middle. It got Devin Force and Wesley Basil in there. Did a great job of stopping that play before it ever got started.
And Wyatt Ramsey was also there. He seems like he's going to be everywhere the ball is.
He's very mobile.
2nd down and goal from the 6. And the handoff Overstreet going straight ahead. A flag is thrown on the tail end of the play as he fights his way down close to the 3-yard line.
Let's hope it's a face mask and not a hold. Who knows at that spot on the field?
So we'll see.
Face mask.
Phil Stompoli's crew calling this game again this week. We had him last week at Blue Springs against Rockhurst. And the face mask will go, what, half the distance? Which
a little
means
more than that. Yeah,
they're going to be down at the 1. Well, half the distance from the point of the foul, which was at the 3, and they'll put it down on the 1-yard line. And they're going to go out of the tight-eye formation on 2nd down. That's what the sticks say. Overstreet powers his way to the goal line, and he is in for the touchdown.
Straight dive up the middle that time. Good blocking, better blocking than we had the play before, so nice job, Jaguars. Once again, first drive of the night. Great drive from our own 20-yard line. Put the ball in the end zone. We're up 6-0, hopefully 7 after this play.
Shane Harper has hit 6 extra points this year, and he'll be coming in to try for number 7. It's 6-0, Blue Springs South, and making an adjustment instead of deferring, taking the opening kickoff and getting points on the board. And the snap back, the ball is boomed through the uprights and over the band seating in the bleachers beyond the end zone. And the Jags are off to a 7-0 lead with 8:31 to play here in the first quarter. Back with the Blue Springs South kickoff after this from Vision Sports on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
Prime Lending proudly cheers for the Cats and Jags and is a proud supporter of the communities it serves. Prime Lending prides itself on being ranked number 1 for mortgage loans in the Kansas City area with 11 locations throughout the metro. If you're looking to purchase a home, fix up your current home, or maybe you need to refinance, come in and speak with the friendly professionals at Prime Lending. Call 816-600-4561 or go online at primelending.com. All loans subject to credit approval. Rates and fees subject to change. Prime Lending, a Plains Capital Company. NMLS 13649 is an equal housing lender.
Well, it's 7-0, and the Jags get out of the gate quickly. And what was one of your keys to the game this evening, the key to victory, was to go out and not try to, realize you're as good as you are and you can't do what you can't do, and that's what they did.
Yeah, we executed. We caught the balls that were close, blocked well. Nothing outstanding, just a great drive.
And a ground ball kick picked up at the 25-yard line by one of the Titan up men. And returning the kickoff is, well, we'll see. It was Jackson Surratt. And that will put the ball on the 33-yard line, first down and 10 for the Titans. And we'll get our first look at Sammy Cooper, who, as we mentioned, had a tough week last week, or 2 weeks ago, in their game against Park Hill, who's off to a 2-0 start. Pretty good team. He's going to hand the ball off, fake the pass, nice hole, and a first down run of 11 yards. The tackle made on the play by Frost out to the 44, gain of 11, and it'll be first and 10 once again.
Straight dive up in the guard gap and opened up a nice hole. We didn't handle the block very well, and the linebackers were not in position. So big play on their first down. Hopefully we can kind of shut it down from here.
Be interesting to see how the two lines play each other and who ends up being a little more dominant. On that play, the Titan offensive line gives Cooper time to throw, and he shoots it over the head of a wide open Grant McAtee, a junior.
Well, we had Jaden Steele on a corner blitz that time, and he was able to get his hands up, and I think it affected the pass from Sammy Cooper, and that was to number 10, Grant McAfee. And so it's going to be second down and 10. Hopefully it's a situation we can get him to hold here.
Second down and 10 from the Titans 44-yard line. Cooper out of the gun is going to drop to throw. Now he sets to run. Sprinting to the far side, looks to throw, and the pass is incomplete and intercepted. The pass picked off by Jalen Johnson.
Sammy Cooper was scrambling, thought he saw an open receiver, and boy, it's tough when you throw the ball late because the secondary has a chance to adjust, and the Jaguars did a good job rallying to the ball, got the interception before he stepped out of bounds. Decent field position at the 35, but the big thing is we stopped the first Titans drive, and now we've got a chance to put together something for the second time we have the ball. Great job by the secondary.
Against Park Hill 2 weeks ago, Cooper was 9 of 18, but he had 3 balls picked off in that game.
Probably a mistake to throw the ball so late, but that's fortunate for the Jags.
7:50 to go in the first quarter, 7-0. First pass, a complete. Caught at the 40, diving out to the 44-yard line, making the catch is Marnie Lanier makes the grab. And he's stopped on the play by Nicholas Cole, a gain of 8, and it'll be second down and 2.
I was going to say about an 8-yard curl route that time. Good execution. We're really throwing the ball well tonight. Max is doing a good job.
He picks up a low snap, gets it to Rick, and Rick is going to gain about a yard straight ahead and then angling towards the numbers. And they're going to spot the ball down at the 45, so they gave him a good spot. It looked like he was stacked up after a gain of a yard, and he ends up getting a first down, picking up 2. And Kennard will send 2 receivers to the near side, rolling to the near side. He completes the pass to Frost, who catches at the 48 and then takes it into Lee Summit West territory. That was Obi Johnson instead of Frost, who was also over there with him. And the tackle made by Ramsey for the Titans, second down.
Obi Johnson ran a great route that time and opened himself up so that Max could get him the ball. So nice job on the route. Max is really throwing the ball well tonight. Good protection also from the offensive line.
Twins to the left. A man goes in motion. That's Rick. 2nd and 5. Pass over the middle. Johnson with a juggling catch at the 40. Takes it down to the Titan 36. That'll be good for the first down.
Both safeties and Andrew Cahill hit him right as soon as the ball touched. So he had to juggle it just a little bit, but did a great job of concentrating. That's what we talked about, focus. Nice job, first down, inside the 40.
Kennard, they're snapping the ball quick. They have picked up the pace here in the first quarter, and Max is going deep. Got a man out there at the goal line. It's tipped, and is it intercepted? Yes. It was tipped up in the air as they were looking on the play in the end zone for Cortez Essick, and the ball is picked off by Cam Carswell.
What we just talked about on that last series is never throw the ball over the middle late. And he just gave the secondary too much time. They did a good job of recovering. Tipped the ball up in the air, and that really was anybody's ball. So too bad, but they're going to be.
Dahlquist Dental has been proudly serving Blue Springs and the community for nearly 40 years. They offer family dentistry to all ages, sedation dentistry, wisdom teeth extractions, and implant surgery. When it comes to insurance, they accept Delta Dental and all PPO insurance plans. And if you're on a very tight budget, payment plans are offered through Care Credit. Find out why so many have trusted Dahlquist Dental for nearly 4 decades. They're located just off the outer road in Blue Springs.
Give us a call or visit us at our website, dahlquistdental.com.
We'll see you soon.
The hydration timeout because game time temperature was under 80 degrees. But
well,
that's fine. I'm sure the coaches like an extra timeout.
I'm sure. They early in the year need to make sure everybody's okay.
And the Titans have it. Both quarterbacks have been picked off one time. A man in motion. Cooper's going to toss on the sweep to the far side. Going to result in a pickup of a couple of yards, and getting out of there after the carry is Surratt. He's a sophomore running back, gains 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
There's a quick pitch, and our secondary did a good job of coming up and setting the edge. No place to go. Gain of about 3, but that's a pretty good defensive job by our secondary.
Cooper's going to work with an empty backfield, and they're going to have quads coming to the near side in groups of 2 and a solo receiver to the right. And Cooper looks to run the ball and spins as he gets hit at the 25. He's down at the 26. He'll pick up a couple of more yards.
I think he wanted to throw the ball quick. He set up to throw, but there was tight bump coverage by our secondary and really good coverage. So he decided to just run it instead. Really good coverage that time, made them alter their play. And so now it's 3rd down and probably 4 or 5.
5 minutes to play first quarter. It's 7-0. Jags have the early advantage. Cooper's going to get the snap. Roll to the near side. Throw against the grain. A flag is down. The ball is complete at the 35 and out to the 37-yard line. And that pass caught by Trevor Cardell, the Kansas commit. He's going to go to Kansas to play football and baseball. Tackle made on the play by Jalen Johnson.
They did a good job of running that route into the zone and finding the open area. He kind of squatted down in that open area, and Sammy Cooper got him the ball well, but it looks like it's coming back, and it's going to be against the Titans.
It is against the Titans. It'll take a 12-yard gain off the board with 4:48 left to play, and they'll mark the penalty from the 27-yard line, and they're going to cost them 5, and you saw the signal, an illegal receiver downfield.
Those guards want to catch the ball.
I can understand that. You got a guy like Cardell at 6'5", 2 1/4. I'd let him catch it. They're going to shift all over the place, and when it's all said and done, Cooper's in the backfield by himself. He'll look to throw. Has time. Now he's being chased. He gets hit. Gets out of jail at the 15 to the 20 at the numbers far side. Cuts back 25 to the 30. 35, and he's tackled at that point, and that should be good for a Titan first down.
It is good for a first down, and the Jags are going to hate watching this on the video tomorrow. 3 different Jaguars had him gripped in the backfield, and he caught away from all of them and then made a couple of good moves to get by the linebackers. So great play by Lee Summit West. Really not that great a tackling by the Jaguars on that play.
Isaiah Frost is the guy who made the tackle. So it'll be 1st and 10 after a gain of 13. And they're going to hand the ball off. Coming to the near side, Surratt. He's going to get hit at the line and then will fall forward to the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. Tackle made on the play by Ethan Watson for Blue Springs South.
I tell you, Ethan Watson did a good job that time of shedding the blocker and then getting good fundamental tackling. That's kind of what we talked about, good fundamental play. And yeah, they got 4 yards, but he stopped the play from going any further. Nice job.
3:40 left to play here in the first quarter. Jags with a 7-0 lead. And Cooper's going to keep it on the option and will cut upfield. Nice run into the clear. He's taking it down the far side to the 30, cuts back the 25, and then is tackled as he gets down to about the 24-yard line, 23. And Luke Fellers is the guy who makes the tackle. A gain of 37 yards on an option for Sammy Cooper.
I'll tell you, I'm impressed by his running ability. That was a speed option, and he just took it outside and made big yards.
There's a flag that is thrown all over the place. Actually, the flag on the near side, which usually means that somebody, either encroachment or a man in motion, or somebody lined up offside, and apparently it's the latter.
Going to be against the Jags. Crucial period. They're inside our 20-yard line now. Or going to be. They're still trying to decide what they want to do.
Cooper with 44 yards on 3 carries.
Oh, I think we'll go back to that play where we had him trapped in the backfield.
Let him
had
get
a chance to stop this drive before it ever got started.
What do you call this formation? Some form of modified pistol with a back next to him? That's Surratt.
It's a 2-back set pistol.
And he will carry it inside the 10 down to the 9 and pick up a couple of yards as they snap it from the 11.
It looks more like the old single wing. We ought to be able to recognize that.
Blue Springs with a 7-0 lead over Lee Summit North with 7 minutes to go in the first quarter in that game just down the road in Lee Summit. Here, South leading West 7-0. Second down from the 9. Cooper's going to throw, fired on and out, and his intended receiver unable to hang on to a low pass. That was Taylor Wilson coming out of the backfield with 2:36 left to play here in the first quarter. Our first quarter brought to you by Rancho Grande Cantina in Blue Springs.
You and I talked about footwork just before the game and quarterbacks, and quarterback didn't step toward his throw that time. It ended up being a low ball, uncatchable. The receiver was wide open.
Running out of the pistol with the Covey on the right side, and Cooper's going to throw, fire it on a look-in pattern, and the pass incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down, and we'll see if the
tipped away that time by Jordan Frost. That's about as good a pass coverage as you can give on that situation.
Well,
Came in at the last minute and knocked that ball away.
They're going to try a field goal. And Cardell is going to be the holder at 6'5" and about 2 1/4.
Watch the fake.
And the kicker is Cole Stewart. And he boots it up and through. And that one coming from the 15-yard line in that area. So a 25-yard kick with 2:26 left to play.
There are first days, long days, day after day after day, and days you've worked so hard for. So today, let's focus on turning your retirement dreams into reality. Because to solve the big challenges of tomorrow, take simple steps today. At Country Financial, when you're ready to start, we're ready to help.
Call your financial representative, Stephen Perch, at 816-795-6232.
Cheeseburger and crispy tots for $2.99. You'll feel reinvigorated.
Hold up, it's only $2.99?
Hey, what happened to the Echo?
Oh, now you miss me.
Try the Sonic Car Hop Classique today for $2.99. Now with the 6-inch Philly cheesesteak. Tax not included. See menu for details. For limited time only. Participating Sonic drive-ins.
A little bit of a victory there, Coach, after the way it could have been a lot worse.
Great job of shutting him down. We kind of let him get away, but then toughened up inside the 20. So let's see if we can put a drive together.
Overstreet catches at the 5, straight ahead 10, 15, near side 20, down the sideline 20, 25, out over or just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Jags will have the ball on the 29-yard line, first down and 10.
Great footwork by Overstreet there. And how old do I feel that his father was one of the kids I coached here at Blue Springs South, and maybe one of the best athletes I ever coached in my life, and an even better person. So,
we were talking about that earlier today among who are some of the better athletes and players that you coach.
Michael Overstreet's name came up, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Jags have the football, and they gave him a positive spot to the 30. Rick will get the handoff, and he'll go straight ahead, maybe get a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 9. And Nahshon is having all kinds of trouble this year getting the running game untracked after having a pretty solid year in relief of the guys who got hurt last year.
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with that Lee Summit West line. It's pretty tough sledding blocking up there. They're pretty big, they move well, and have shed blocks extremely well.
Devin Force makes the tackle. Johnson in motion, and Kennard going to sprint out, throw against his body, and finds a wide open receiver at the 45. He'll get run out of bounds right at midfield.
Max did a great job that time. He got enough depth. He was able to find his receiver, and the receiver did a great job of finding that opening in the zone on a long out route. And so we're in great shape at the right at the 50-yard line.
So it'll be a gain of 20 And it'll bring up first down and 10 from midfield. They've got Twins set to the far side in the handoff. And Overstreet will get a couple of yards, maybe 3. Now, I'll give him 2. And it'll be second down and 8. And he's met by a couple of Titans. Carson Peck, senior linebacker. And
we had an outside linebacker blitz that time and really smacked Max Kennard.
Kennard's going to get heat from the backside. He gets away from it, throws it deep, and overthrows his intended receiver at the 23-yard line. And they were looking on the out for Lanier.
Tavon Glasgow came again on the outside blitz, and so we had to throw the ball before we wanted to. That's going to put it in a long situation, 3rd and long.
Minute 9 to play here in the first quarter, 7-3. Twins to both sides, a 2-by-2 set. Kennard twirls the ball in his hands, lets it fly, and overthrows his intended receiver. He had a wide open Noah Storr going down the far sideline at about the 30-yard line and overshot him. So a punting situation coming up.
Noah got hit and had to come to a complete stop, and I think that's just as Max was releasing the ball, so it messed up the timing. That's a good job by the defense, by the Titans, to stop that route in mid-route and was able to disrupt the timing there. Otherwise, that might have gone for 6.
Fredrickson standing deep. Kennard's going to punt it. Averaging about 35 a kick. And this will take a little bit of a Blue Springs South roll and get down at the 22-yard line where the Titans will have it, first down and 10. Myers Funeral Chapel is proud to call Blue Springs home, and like you, they cheer for the Cats and Jags. Family owned and operated, Marty and Dennis Myers and their courteous and caring staff are always there to assist you. Call them at 229-3276 or go online at myersfuneralchapel.com. 55 seconds left to play. 29 yards on the punt for Max Kennard. And the Titans trailing 7-3. Running out of the pistol. And Cooper is going to pull it out, fire it out on the wing. The pass is caught. They were looking for Colby Donahoe coming out of the backfield, and he'll catch it and gain 13 yards. And is run out on the 35-yard line by Luke Fellers.
Play action pass that time, and the linebackers, all 3 came up. So he was wide open in the flat, and Sammy Cooper did not miss him. So there's a big play.
From the 35, first and 10 with trips coming to the near side, and Cooper's going to keep it and dump the ball off. He gets hit. Pass is complete at the 40-yard line, and Colby Baggett is going to take it out to the 43. And he is tackled by Jalen Johnson and Isaiah Frost.
This is what I talked about in the keys to the game. We've got people trying to do a little bit too much. That time, a guy tried to get in on the dive back when he was supposed to take the quarterback and missed on a chance to hit him for a loss.
Big hole right up the middle, and Lee Summit West is going to have the lead because it was a quick hitter, and Taylor Wilson will take it 57 yards for the score.
Just a quick dive in the guard center gap, blocked it well, and he got by the linebackers before they had a chance to make a play.
8 seconds left to go here in the quarter. And Stewart will attempt the extra point out of the Cardell hold. Left-footed soccer-style kicker, and he will boot it through. And that will make it a 10-7 lead for.
Hey Jags, Matt Mitchell down at Culver's. Have you ever wondered why things taste so amazing when you come to Culver's? It's because it's fresh. We make it just for you. When you say, I want a burger, someone starts making a burger. When you want French fries, someone someone starts cooking French fries. We also make fresh frozen custard throughout the day. It's always within an hour of fresh when you eat it. Not something that's been packed and sitting around the freezer forever. It's fresh, it's delicious, it's so creamy. So come see us down at Culver's. We can't wait to have you.
And it was all over but the crying.
Well, the safeties were trying to get to their outside contained parts, and then they took bad angles. That kid's quick, and he hit before they had a chance to get a good angle, and there's not much else you can say. Good blocking, good running. That's a play we have to be able to stop. And I go back to what I was saying. We've got guys trying to do too much. We need to go back to our basic fundamentals, and somebody's got the dive, somebody's got the quarterback, somebody's got the pitchman. You don't need to try to do more than your job.
Frost to the near side. They switched return men, and they'll get it to Frost at the 4, straight ahead to the 15, and he gets gang tackled at the 19, and that's where Blue Springs South will have it with 2 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Tony Davis and on the tackle on the special teams for Lee Summit West. So time to run one play going from left to right here in the first quarter for Blue Springs South. Noah Storr is going to go split along with Isaiah Frost. Wide to the right side. I think Johnson's over there with him. Nope, that's Rick. Empty backfield. And Kennard's going to roll, throw against his body, and overshoot his intended receiver at the 30-yard line. And that will be the end of the first quarter. Coming up, it'll be 2nd down and 10 when we start the second quarter. It is Lee Summit West 10, Blue Springs South 7. Back with the second quarter in a minute.
There are first days, long days, day after day after day, and days you've worked so hard for. So today, let's focus on turning your retirement dreams into reality. Because to solve the big challenges of tomorrow, take simple steps today. At Country Financial, when you're ready to start, we're ready to help.
Call your financial representative, Isaiah Bragg, at 816-795-6340. Join Big Frog Custom T-shirts as they celebrate the Future Leaders T-shirt Scholarship Program. Here's how it works. Now through March 31st, 2020, each time you order custom-made shirts for Blue Springs schools, clubs, and associations, 10% of the total purchase will help fund grants and scholarships distributed through the Blue Springs Education Foundation. It's a win-win situation. Design your own T-shirt at the area's largest selection of styles and colors, and 10% of the cost goes right back into the Blue Springs Education Foundation. For more information, contact Big Frog at 816-7.
Second quarter underway. Kennard's going to throw, catch a little heat, flips it out and overthrows his intended receiver just shy of the 30-yard line. I think he was looking for Nashawn Rick, and Coach, you can see right now they made contact with him in the first quarter, and now he's looking to get rid of the ball a little quick.
Yeah, and put ourselves in that situation. We go for 2 deep balls, and now it's 3rd and 10. So a little bit tough here, but it's a conversion we need to make. We'd hate to give the ball up to Lee Summit West from this field position.
And after 3 quick plays, they've got quads to the near side. Or the left. Kennard's going to throw. Going to the weak side. Going for it all. And he overthrows his intended receiver down the far side. And they were looking for Lanier.
I tell you what, it's tremendous pass blocking, though. He had all kinds of time and really just missed the receiver that time. The receiver broke free in the late part of the route. That's a tough throw, and I'm sure the timing is tough on that, but that's something we may want to come back to. Let's hope we can get off a good punt here and try to regain field position. The thing about 3 and out from that part of the field, they're going to get the ball right around the 50.
And Kennard with a line drive kick that is going to bounce at the Titan 45, caught at the 39-yard line and tackled at the 41.
Great coverage that time by the Jaguars. Put the ball back. They're going to mark it right at the 40 for a first down there. So that's about as good as you can do. Let's see if we can make them string it out. Need to just focus on our job.
Second quarter brought to you by CarStar Blue Springs at 3210 East 40 Highway in Blue Springs. They're the auto body repair experts. Give them a call at 220-1100 for CarStar Blue Springs. Relax. We'll take it from here. And we're going to take a look at the Christian Brothers Automotive scoreboard coming up in just a moment. Trip to the near side. Cooper's going to keep it. He's going to run and then pitch it back on the option. And the angle didn't look like it was the greatest, but Wilson gets it and is run out of bounds at the 47-yard line. So he gains 7 on the play.
I think he pitched. He would have had more yards if he wouldn't have pitched it. That's that speed option again. We've got nobody stepping up to take the quarterback. I think too many people are trying to get to the pitch man. We need to get a linebacker on that quarterback to make him pitch sooner into the play.
A 1-by-2 set, and a man in the backfield, that's Wilson, and he's going to get it. And even though he was hit back behind the line, he was able to ride the wave to the 50-yard line for a first down. And
yeah, it's a gain of 2 or 3 yards, and you know what? We played that better. That's the same play that they scored the long touchdown on. That time we did a lot better job shedding the block and shutting it down.
Gain of 3 on the play. 1st and 10 from midfield. Schrout made the tackle, and Wilson's going to get the handoff, and there's a flag thrown back at the 46-yard line. The play gains close to 10 yards.
That's the area of holding. So same play again, and the back did a really nice job. Is that Taylor Wilson?
Yes.
Yeah. He did a really nice job cutting outside after he got through the hole.
Well, our in-game update brought to you by Christian Brothers Automotive at 19600 East 40 Highway in Independence. Faith-based and proud to cheer for the Cats and Jags. They've got a good one going in Grain Valley. Smithville and Grain Valley are tied at 7 first quarter. We'll give you some more scores coming up in a moment as Cooper runs out of an empty backfield. And the man in motion is Wilson. Fake to him. He's going to roll to the near side. Gets away from one man at the 30. Throws from the 35, and the pass incomplete as he was looking for A.J. Russo, junior wide receiver, at the 45-yard line of Blue Springs South.
You know, and I'm kidding about this, but they need to check Sammy Cooper's jersey for Vaseline. He's had people grab him all night, just not able to hold on to that jersey. He did a good job of evading a tackle for a big loss back there, and even though it was an incomplete pass, he avoided losing even more yards.
So to bring up 2nd down, 16, he's going to slip the ball to the handoff to Jackson Surratt, and there's nothing there.
Draw play. Our linebackers read it very well, and they had the ball carrier in grips before he even secured the ball. So almost a fumble there. It's going to be 3rd and right about 20.
Ethan Watson in on the tackle, a loss of 3. First quarter, Ray-Pec leading at Rockhurst 6-0. Raytown leading Raytown South 15-0. And at the end of the first quarter, Blue Springs and Lee Summit North tied 7-7. Here it's 10-7. Lee Summit West with the lead, and a pass complete, just a lining up on the wing, if you will, and they were able to get the ball to Baggett, and he is tripped up at the 40 down to the 39 by Luke Fellers, and that'll be good for 20 yards and a first down.
Just a seam route, and it was right in the hole in the zone coverage, really nobody around. So I don't know if it was a mistake in the secondary or just a hole in the coverage, but good execution by the Titans, and you hate to give it back to them on 3rd and 20.
First quarter, Fort with a 7-0 lead at home against Belton, and Center leads at Oak Grove 7-3 in the first quarter. The fake handoff, and Cooper's going to throw. He'll find a man. I believe that's Cardell. He's going to take it inside the 15 and down to about the 13-yard line, and that is Trevor Cardell, all 6'5" and 2 1/4, and he's listed at 2 1/4, Coach, but I think he's a little heavier than that.
Yeah, and he runs really, really well.
Yes, he does.
He carried the guys about 6 yards before they got him down. So I tell you, they are picking us apart in the secondary. Not bad coverage.
End up gaining 27 on that last play as Cooper will operate out of the pistol. Wilson is right behind him, and he'll get the handoff straight ahead. This time the defensive line makes the initial contact, and he'll pick up a couple of yards down to the 10. And with 8:50 to go in the first half, trailing 10-7, Blue Springs South will face, well, he doesn't get to the 10. They spot him down at the 11.
Nice job by the defensive line that time, shedding the blockers and making the stop.
This time the running backs are one to each side. Wilson goes in motion, and Cooper's going to toss. And Surratt is going to pick his way inside the 5 down to about the 4.
And it looks like he's probably just a little bit shy, if at all, probably 2 yards. 3rd and about 2.
Yeah, they're going to put him back to the 5, Coach.
Just a toss sweep. They pull a lineman and did a pretty good job on the corner with that. But at this point in the game, we've got to hold him out.
He ends up gaining 6 yards. A lot better than I thought he did on that one. Wilson to the left of Cooper. Surratt to the right. And Wilson in motion. And the toss to Surratt coming to the near side. Cuts it back inside the 5 and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, they missed a hold. The motion back grabbed our defensive end and pulled him back, and that's too bad, but nice play by the Titans. That's what we talked about. Tough to go 3 and out and give them good field position because they're moving the ball real well right now.
5-yard touchdown run, and Cole Stewart in to attempt the extra point and look to make it a 17-7 game, which he does. So with 8:12 to play first half, it's the Titans 17, Blue Springs South 7. Back with the Lee Summit West kickoff after this from Vision Sports on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
Hi, this is Tony Reisinger of Sideliner Sports. Proud to announce that we are the trusted radio partner of Northwest Missouri State football and basketball in Kansas City. Bearcat fans can catch every football, men's basketball, and Lady Bearcats conference basketball broadcast on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ. There are around 15,000 Northwest alumni in our area who passionately follow the Bearcats. If your business is looking to promote your services to a very passionate audience, call me, Tony Reisinger, at 816-810-6557. Once a Bearcat, always a Bearcat.
Squib kick picked up at the 10-yard line by Blue Springs South, and a return man, perhaps, Coach, showing a little inexperience. They got the ball into the hands of Frost, and he ended up retreating from the 10, and at one point was back inside the 5, and Jags are going to find themselves in a big hole.
Tried to outrun the pursuit. They had angles, and they were running full speed, and he was just starting. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but we start where we start. Very essential at this point. 8 minutes left in the quarter. There's enough time to put a drive together, but
Hey Jaguars, this is Brandon Jackley with Chick-fil-A in Blue Springs. I'm the owner-operator here for the last 8 years, and we are so glad to be a part of this community, especially Blue Springs South High School. Come see our newly renovated dining room. Also, we're going to stay open late on Friday nights to catch you after the football game, so come visit us. Go Jags!
100 games over 500 at 144-44. And they've got some guys who are getting some big-time offers. You know, we talked about Cardell getting an opportunity to play both football and baseball at KU. Sammy Cooper going to Notre Dame to play baseball. And So that's getting an opportunity to play in the ACC.
Right.
After a brief timeout, Kennard delivers a pass right on the numbers of the intended receiver, and he got drilled as he hit Noah Storr. Storr couldn't hang on to the ball. Max had to stand in there and absorb some punishment.
That's one we'd like to have back. That was pretty good execution. We just didn't wrap up the ball well enough. I think he tried to start running and making a move before he put the ball away. So 2nd and 10 here.
5:25 to go in the first half, 14-10. Blue Springs leading at Lee Summit North. Handoff. Nashawn Rick will get, or excuse me, it's Overstreet, and he will get to the 6-yard line. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Kennard, running back, standing to his left. He'll take the snap, roll in the end zone, and gets away. Finds his intended receiver. Johnson makes the catch, and the all-important spot. Going to be very close to the first down, but I think they're going to be about a yard short.
Yeah, nice execution. The receiver ran a good route. It wasn't that he wasn't trying to get to the first down. He was just so close to the sideline he had to step out of bounds as soon as he caught it. So nice execution, just came up a yard short. We're going to end up giving the ball back to Lee Summit North.
And our referee, Phil Stompoli, says, I'm going to take a timeout. And they're going to measure. And I think everybody's agreed he might be short. They're just wanting to haggle over the final price here.
That's a nice courtesy, though. That's nice.
Yeah. And I'm wondering, you're down 10 and you're looking for your first win in week 3, Coach. You roll the bones.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be less than about a yard, if that.
It's been tough sledding up the middle. I'd say we have to go something on the outside if we do that. I think it's a little early in the game. We've just got to get a good punt off here.
Yeah, that's the old coach in you.
Yeah, it is.
And meanwhile, suggesting that you go for it on your own 16-yard line, that's the fat radio announcer in me.
Oh.
8.5 minutes to go first half. Ray-Pac 6, Rockhurst nothing. I don't need to tell you how.
That's a little surprise.
I don't need to tell you how huge that win would be. They're going to go for it, Coach. He's been listening to me.
There you go.
I'm worried about it.
I hope he makes it.
I hope he does too. Overstreet's in there. And Kennard, he's also your punter, so he could quick kick it from there. Play clock at 18. They're going to take time, see if they can get him standing in their tracks and pull him offside, and then eventually the Jags call timeout. Well, Bellefonte, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just.
Hey, Jaguars, this is Brandon Jackley with Chick-fil-A in Blue Springs. I'm the owner-operator here for the last 8 years, and we are so glad to be a part of this community, especially Blue Springs South High School. Come see our newly renovated dining room. Also, we're going to stay open late on Friday nights to catch you after the football game, so come visit us. Go Jags!
Work, and
I'm going to tell you the gutsiest call I've ever seen, and I hope you don't mind me bringing up the fact that it was the school on the other side of the town in the semifinals of the state playoffs on 4th and 1 from their own 9-yard line, and the quarterback sneak went 40 yards out to midfield. Of course, it also helped they had an early 7-0 lead.
Well, that's a gutsy call in that game.
It is. They're going to punt it. Kennard's going to kick it, and he'll step into one and sail it deep. It'll bounce at the 48-yard line and then kick to the middle of the field. One more bounce, carries it out of bounds at the 45. So all in all, changing field position around pretty good, a 40-yard punt and no return.
Well, like I said, there's 7 minutes left. We got to stop them here, not let this game get out of control.
Bellefonte Mirror Image Car Wash has unlimited plans starting at $22 a month with 2 locations in Blue Springs to serve you. Belfatti Mirror Image Car Wash. You just can't get a cleaner, shinier car. So the Titans have the ball at the 40-yard line. First down and 10. Wilson's going to get it, sprint to the far side, turn it upfield, and take it into Blue Springs South territory and pick up about 8.5 yards, just shy of the 46.
Outside zone there, just a handoff. He takes a deep angle, and the linemen just run with the people trying to shed the blocks. That's really good execution on the outside zone.
So it'll be a gain of 8, 2nd and 2. Wilson tries for the other 2, gets it plus. First down inside the 45, run out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. Clock running with 6.5 minutes to play in the first half. 17-7. Titans have the lead, and they've scored 17 unanswered points. Ball on the Jags 43-yard line. Flag flies, pass over the middle, caught by the wide receiver, taken in for the touchdown. That's Trevor Cardell. But hang on.
They had a procedure. Somebody was moving when the ball was snapped. They tried to quick snap it. Plus, Cardell threw his hand up at about the 5. He could be flagged for unsportsmanlike there, too.
Illegal motion is going to bring it back. That was one of those plays. You could see it drawn up. That play was going for 6 points. You could see that as clear as day, but you could also see illegal motion clear as day. So it'll come back to the 47-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 15. Man in motion. Surratt tossed to Wilson. Wilson running that ball hard to the short side of the field. You wouldn't think there'd be enough room to get 6 yards down the sideline, but sure enough, that's what he gets.
They're blocking it pretty well on that side. Plus, he's good at finding that outside area in the soft spot and getting what he can. So it's going to be 2nd and about 9 this time instead of 2nd and 15, so about a 6-yard gain.
Aiden Birdwell makes the tackle, running out of the pistol. And a bad snap. It's on the ground, and I think they're going to call a procedure penalty, which is going to work to Lee Summit West's advantage because Cooper was in trouble back at about 10 yards further back. Bad snap, and his running back went the other way, so it was no help trying to get the ball.
Okay, so it's 2nd and about 15 now. Here's an opportunity to stop them. This is what we talked about in the keys of the game. We got to take what they give us. Got to get this drive stopped.
Surratt goes in motion, and there's another penalty flag. And another
I believe
procedure
that's us.
penalty.
I think that's us. I saw his hands go. Oh, no, it's against them. You're right. Sorry. Let's keep running that play, Lee Summit West. That's helping us.
Preps KC is the ultimate in high school football coverage. Check out the website for live scores and all your high school football information. Download the free Preps KC app or look at the new mobile optimized site on your phone or iPad.
I tell you, welcome to high school football. Lee Summit West looked great the last 2 drives, and now they're steadily going the wrong way. So you never know.
A 3-by-2 set. Cooper's going to throw out of an empty backfield and overthrows his intended receiver. He had 2 guys out there about 15 yards apart. McAtee was the short man, and then Cardell, I believe, was breaking deep.
Right. Yeah, the inside route did a curl, and Cardell ran straight down the sideline. The ball was delivered really kind of between the 2. It really wasn't anybody. About 5:12 left. 3rd down and about 22.
They need to get to the 33-yard line for a first down. The ball is on the 48 of Lee Summit West, and Cooper high snap, looks to throw deep, and the pass is incomplete. Johnson broke on the ball and almost picked it off, and then they had a receiver running deep, and the ball didn't quite get to him.
I think their right tackle moved early also. I think they could have been cited for another procedure penalty. We'll take it, though. We'll get the ball back in decent field position. Most important was to get this drive stopped somehow, some way. And we got that done. So good job, Jags.
Cooper's going to punt it. And it is going to bounce at the 15 and covered at the 5. Inside the 5, and we'll see where the linesman walks up to spot it. That's where he'll put it down, and that's where the Jags will start. First down and 10, and Lee Summit West is having a very good quarter for the most part all the way around. That last offensive series is an exception, but their special teams doing it about as good as it can be done, 47 yards on the punt.
Our punt returner did a nice job. The ball was inside the 10, and the rule is if it goes inside the 10, leave it alone. They just did a great job of covering it before it got into the end zone.
So it's first down, and Kennard under center. They'll get the ball into the hands of Nashawn Rick, and once it became obvious that they weren't going to throw the ball, they rushed and had 11 guys in the box.
Yeah, they basically did a goal line defense on our guys, and so not much of a hole there, but we did a good job of getting it out and not going backwards. So second and about 9. Here's that defense again.
And this time, Overstreet. And he'll fight his way out to about the 8-yard line.
Looked more like a rugby scrum that time instead of a football play. But it's going to be third and about a long 7 or a short 8, whatever.
Picked up 2, so yeah, whatever they got on first down added to a 2-yard gain. And
I call that third and long from your own 8-yard line. So
Micah Story comes into the game for Blue Springs South. 3:50 to go here in the first half. 17-7. Running out of the eye. Kennard will probably need to put it in the air. Play action fake. He's rushed, and he's going to get tackled back near the goal line. He falls forward out to about the 2.
They brought the house. Yeah, he's lucky that didn't go for a safety. They brought 2 more defenders than we had blockers. So
Dylan Zahn made the tackle, and I thought he was deep in the end zone and then planted his back foot and lunged forward. And
right.
Thought he got out to about the 2, and they spot him down as close to the goal line as you can get. And he's going to have to quick kick as they bring the house again, and he will angle it to the far side and get it out to the 37-yard line.
He did a good job just getting that away, and the line did a good job of holding them out. Short distance there for the punter. He's usually about 15 yards, and that time he's about 10. So
36 yards on the punt. Reminder that you're listening to exciting high school football driven by the McCarthy Auto Group on Real Country, 1030 a.m., KCWJ, Blue Springs, Kansas City. Rob Evans, Coach Buddy Young, Tristan Harris, Tony Reisinger, and the birthday girl, Libby Reisinger, all with us here in the booth today. And Cooper gets the handoff away to Taylor Wilson. Wilson gets about a yard, maybe 2, before he's stopped by the heart of the line.
Yeah, that's back to the base play that they scored the long touchdown on. We've done much better with that play. I foresee an outside zone here or some kind of a sweep. We'll see if they do that, if we can defense that play.
Lee on the tackle for the Jags, running the option and fake the pitch. And Cooper's going to keep it inside the 30 to the 29.
Speed option that time. The quarterback did a nice job of reading. Really picked up a lot of yards. It's going to be third and short.
6 on the play. It'll be 3rd down in the yard with 2:10 remaining. Quick snap and the handoff to Wilson. He's got the 1st down, spinning inside the 25, just to the left of the hash mark and down to about the 23-yard line. He's going to get 6 more. Second quarter brought to you by CarStar Blue Springs on East 40 Highway in Blue Springs. Relax. We'll take it from here. Taylor Wilson tries to take it from there and gets hauled down from behind after a loss of 3 yards.
Tremendous job that time. Trying to see, is that Jalen Johnson making the tackle? I believe it was. Nice job.
He may have been there, but I think Cole Wagner is the guy who made the tackle.
Well, tremendous job. Great angle by a safety and actually a linebacker for a big loss.
I'm going to say officially 4 yards.
129. That may help us keep them out of field goal range.
Well, we invite you to stay tuned for the halftime show, brought to you by Joe Bowman, Melinda Bowman, and the great folks at BR Carpet. For the best in flooring in Blue Springs, call 224-0777 or go online at brcarpet.com. They've got a minute to go in the first half at Lee Summit North, 17-14. Broncos have the lead over the Blue Springs Wildcats, so they get a field goal. That's the difference in the game. And then they've tacked on a touchdown late. .135 remaining in the first half. Cooper's going to throw, swings it out, and a bubble screen. And big number 25, Trevor Cardell, catches and rumbles in for the touchdown from 27 yards out.
Really nice execution. They made 2 good blocks on our corner and safety, and there was really nobody there. Cardell's pretty tough to bring down anyway, so nice execution. Didn't quite have the ability to hold him out on this, so kind of opens up the game a little bit.
And Stewart to attempt the extra point. Snap back, the ball is down, the kick is up and good. With a minute 27 to go in the first half, it is 24-7.
Rob, there's a huge spider in the closet.
Don't let pest control your life. Let Moxie Pest Control be your pain relief. That means a thorough inspection and treatment without dangerous chemicals. Experience the Moxie difference at KillBugsFast.com. Moxie Pest Control, Kansas City's pain relief experts.
Show at 2 p.m.
Hey Jags, Matt Mitchell down at Culver's. Have you ever wondered why things taste so amazing when you come to Culver's? It's because it's fresh. We make it just for you. When you say, I want a burger, someone starts making a burger. When you want French fries, someone starts cooking French fries.
1:27 left to play here in the first half, and Tony Reisinger and Sideliner Sports are proud to be the trusted radio partner of Northwest Missouri State. Tell you how you can listen to you in just a moment. Squib kick going to be taken at the 21-yard line by one of the up men out over the 25 to the 26 before he is driven back, and returning it for Blue Springs South is Alex Israelite. Well, the Bearcats are playing tomorrow afternoon. Washburn's the opposition, and a 1:30 kickoff here on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ. For sponsorship information, be sure to give Tony a call at 816-810-6557. 1:21 remaining and 74 yards to go. See if Max Kennard can get something going. Lee Summit West playing soft defensively, though they are putting some pressure on. The pass out on the flat at the 30-yard line. It's hauled in by Obi Johnson. He'll step out of bounds at the 31, and he'll pick up 6 yards on the play. And running him out of bounds is Wyatt Ramsey.
I tell you, Max does a nice job sprinting to his left and getting the ball out there. We did a good job of staying close to the sideline so we can stop that clock. Hopefully get a chance to get down and get at least 3 points, hopefully a touchdown.
7 seconds on that one. 1 minute 14 to play. As Kennard rolling to the right, looking, and he'll pass out on the flat. First down at the 36, almost the 37-yard line.
Same thing there, and he did a nice job getting out of bounds, but I think really Max could have got some yards if he would have just run at that time. It was pretty wide open in the field.
Carson Peck knocked him out of bounds at the 36, first down, with 1:06 to play. So 64 yards away. And the snap rolling to the near side. Kennard's going to flip the ball out at the 40-yard line and getting out of bounds.
That's going to be a late hit maybe. There we go. That's going to give us another 15.
Obi Johnson makes the catch at the 44-yard line. In on the tackle is Grayson Glasgow. And he was also helped out of the play by Andrew Cahill, and one of those guys hit him late.
Yeah, and I don't think it was malicious. I think they just didn't know where they were on the field trying to get him out of bounds. So, but that works to the Jaguars' advantage. The player's not hurt, so we pick up the yards and move on down the field.
All the way down to the 41-yard line in Lee Summit West territory, so they've got time now with 1:01. And Kennard retreating and flips the ball out of the flat, and the pass incomplete.
Right off the fingertips.
A wide open Obi Johnson, and it just slipped through his fingers. Second down.
Benefiting from Lee Summit West playing a soft defense, and really that's smart to take advantage of the routes that are there. That's what we talked about, just take what they give us, and we just didn't execute it quite as well that time.
A 1-by-3 set. Running out of the pistol, a man in motion. And Kennard to throw, guns it over the middle. The ball is caught at the 30, and inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line, they get the pass away to Cortez Essex, good for 20 yards. And a first down as they put him down on the 20. And the Jags are going to take a timeout. That's almost a play out of the Canadian Football League because he really didn't come to a stop.
Yeah,
Dahlquist Dental has been proudly serving Blue Springs and the community for nearly 40 years. They offer family dentistry to all ages, sedation dentistry, wisdom teeth extractions, and implant surgery. When it comes to insurance, they accept Delta Dental and all PPO insurance plans. And if you're on a very tight budget, payment plans are offered through Care Credit. Find out why so many have trusted Dahlquist Dental for nearly 4 decades. They're located just off the outer road in Blue Springs.
Give us a call or visit us at our website, dahlquistdental.com.
We'll see you soon.
Prepare for a comfortable retirement. Eric Sherman, give him a call at 510-9067.
Oh, it'd be awesome if we could get this drive in right before the half.
Out of the pistol, Kennard will take a low snap, and penalty flags, actually a whistle occurs.
Oh, timeout.
And the Titans take a timeout. Now, how huge would it be to get this one into the end zone? It would make it a 24-14 game.
And I don't think that, and you're right, that would be 24-14, but I think the moral uplift of our team being able to shove this ball down at this particular part in the game, and after we're 0-2 on the start, this would be huge for the program for the entire season. This is the kind of drive that can actually turn the season around. So I want to put more pressure on them.
Against a quality opponent.
Against a quality opponent that's kind of run all over us the last 2 series. And so let's hope we can get this done. This will be super.
And has won 3 in a row in the series. So
Max
after the
timeout,
well yeah, they have. Trips wide to the right, single man to the left, and Kennard's rolling. He's got time. He fires for the end zone on and out, and the ball is caught for a touchdown.
Great blocking. I started to say that in the middle of the play. Max could basically pick out his receiver. It was a deep corner route. Put the ball right on the post so that the Titans had no chance to get that. And I'm telling you, this is a huge drive for the Jaguars. What a tremendous play.
Ovi Johnson with the 20-yard touchdown catch. Max Kennard with his 5th touchdown pass of the year. And Shane Harper boots the extra point through. And with 43 seconds left to go in the first half, it is now 24-14. Back with the Jags kickoff in 30 seconds on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
The 50th Annual Blue Springs Fall Fun Festival presented by St. Luke's East Hospital is September 13th, 14th, and 15th. Join your friends, family, and neighbors in historic downtown Blue Springs and enjoy great food, live entertainment, a carnival, and activities for everyone. Be there for the big parade on Saturday morning, followed by a car show at 2 p.m. This year's theme is the Chamber and the Chocolate Factory, with over 250 unique food and product vendors on site. The Blue Springs Fall Fun Festival, September 13th through the 15th. Learn more at bluespringsfallfestival.com.
43 seconds left to go in the first half. Coach, I try an onside kick. Hey, you got him going back.
You are the riverboat gambler tonight. What is the deal?
Hey, what you got to lose?
You're right. No, you're right. I still wouldn't do that.
I know that, but you're a sane human being. But I'm going to tell you this, they were expecting a short kick because they didn't have anybody back deep to return it. And the ball bounces inside the 10, and it's eventually picked up and returned out to the 16-yard line.
And they helped us because they ran around a lot before they got tackled, so it took a little more time off. 37 seconds, guys. How about we pick one off and put it in the end zone?
Well, that'll work, but I don't think he's going to throw the ball.
We can only hope. Expect speed option or outside zone play. They had really good luck with that.
Yeah, nobody liked to play with me because I do goofy stuff like that. Kick on.
Well, you know what? That makes it fun.
They're going to touch a knee unless they run out of this formation. But basically, the victory formation, and they had 2 or 3 guys standing around Sammy Cooper, and they have started the play clock, and it is more than the game clock. And
so we're probably at halftime.
Yeah, we are. 24 seconds, and the clock continues to run.
Well, I'll tell you what a great moral uplift that is to have a nice drive. We drove that ball, a long way to get down into the end zone. Started out with some out routes, hit a good seam, and then a tremendous corner route on a sprint out pass by Max to get us back in this game.
So it is halftime, and it is Lee Summit West 24, Blue Springs South 14, and we invite you to stay tuned for the halftime show. It'll be an longer.
Welcome back to Larry Stewart Memorial Stadium here on the beautiful campus of Blue Springs South High School, Blue Springs, Missouri. Congratulations once again, Jordan Haas and Reese Betts, who is a member of JAG TV here at Blue Springs South, along with our student reporter, our sideline reporter after the game, Tristan Harris. And Tristan, looking at the first half, what are your thoughts?
I thought both quarterbacks played very good first half. Defenses also stepped up, made both defense have a interception. Jalen Johnson for South, he had an interception. He also played good offensively, getting several receptions and that big interception. He almost had 2, but he didn't end up coming up with the second one. And I thought the tight end for Lee Summit West, Trevor Cardale, also had a big first half, helping with the Lee Summit West lead that they have now, 24-14. But the Jaguar drive at the very end of the second quarter is huge, and they got this one back to a close game, so we'll see what happens in the second half.
Great pass by Max and Obi Johnson. Just there wasn't much room there in the corner of the end zone to make that play, and he brought it in, and that really changed the this football game. If the Jags can come out here in the second half and they can hold Lee Summit West on this first drive, gives them the opportunity to put the ball either through the uprights or in the end zone, make it a one-score game, and it's a whole new ball game.
Yeah, Avi Johnson made a spectacular catch on that last touchdown for Blue Springs South. So, yeah, this is going to be a close one in the second half.
All right. Well, Tristan, always appreciate you joining us here at halftime. I look forward to you after the game, getting the comments from Coach Matt Klein, and we appreciate it. All right. 24-14 is the score here at halftime at Homecoming. And when we come back, Rob Evans and Coach Buddy Young will bring you the second half action of Blue Springs South and Lee Summit West. This is a presentation of Vision Sports.
Hi friends, this is Melinda Bowman with BR Carpet in Blue Springs. We proudly cheer for the Wildcats and Jaguars. BR Carpet thanks you for the continued support of our family-owned business by voting us the best carpet and flooring store in Eastern Jackson County. We will always provide amazing service and personalized installation at the best prices around. BR Carpet is located at 1901 Northwest Jefferson Street in Blue Springs. Call 816-224-0777 or visit us online at brcarpet.com. BR Carpet, more than a great floor.
Car buying is easier when you search, shop, and save at McCarthy. Search McCarthy Chevy Olathe. Shop hundreds of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs with prices and payments to fit every budget. And save with McCarthy's additional $3,000 discounts. Only McCarthy gives you an additional $2,000 trade and $1,000 down payment assistance. Plus, you keep Chevy's rebates and incentives. Only at McCarthy Chevy Olathe. Visit McCarthyChevyKC.com for details. Chevy, find new roads.
Belfani's Mirror Image Car Wash has 3 locations to serve you in Blue Springs and Independence. With unlimited plans starting at $22 a month, you can enjoy state-of-the-art equipment and technology that's safe for any vehicle's finish. Family owned and operated since 2006, Belfani's Mirror Image Car Wash provides great service at an even better price. Check out their detailing and interior services at their 40 Highway location in Independence. Belfani's Mirror Image Car Wash. You just can't get a cleaner, shinier car.
In the emergency room, older adults face complex social and physical challenges. St. Mary's Medical Center recognizes these challenges. That's why we were the first in the Midwest to receive the Geriatric Emergency Department accreditation. St. Mary's is committed to being an industry leader in senior care services and takes pride in making seniors more comfortable with private rooms, better lighting, and more. After all, we think seniors have earned a little extra consideration. When emergencies happen, say St. Mary's. To learn more, visit stmaryskc.com. St. Mary's Medical Center. Your health, our calling.
Well, we get set to start the second half. It's 24-14, and trust me, buddy, that sounds a whole lot better than 24-7.
Yeah, and like I said, I just can't overestimate the power of that one drive. That's going to do everything for the Jags. Hopefully, we can find a way to shut them off. I talked to Royce Boehm at halftime, and he's a little frustrated about all the miscues that the Titans have put together, especially the one drive where they did nothing but go backwards. So, they've got their issues too. If we can just take one play at a time and not give them any big ones, we can get right back in this thing.
I think you're right, though. I will have to admit our issues bother us a little bit more than theirs. They've got issues, but they're up by 2 scores.
Well, that's exactly right.
Harper's going to send this one high and deep and into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20-yard line, first down and 10. They kick it over Brock Cobal's head as he was waiting to catch that one at about the goal line. So it's first down and 10. Our third quarter brought to you by Prime Lending. Proud to cheer for the Cats and Jags. Experience a hassle-free mortgage experience with Prime Lending. Home loans made easy.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
We're just going to tell you how to call them, 600-4561.
Well, we've got to stop the outside zone. We got to stop the speed option, and then the seam route by the slot coming right up the field.
And they're going to start out of the pistol with Wilson in the backfield. They'll run an option and get it to Wilson, who's hit at the 20 and manages to ride the wave out close to the 24-yard line. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
And 4 yards sounds like a lot, but the quarterback was hit right away, so that's that speed option that I mentioned. We stopped the quarterback, and that's where they were getting all the yards. So nice job by the Jags, 2nd and about 6.
Gabe Shroud up to make the tackle on the running back. Taylor Wilson, who will take the ball and break through a nice hole at the 40. Tackled at the 41 is where he hit the turf. See if that's where he ends up, is Jalen Johnson tackle him after a gain of 17.
And that's the dive up the middle that they scored the long touchdown on. Gave him a first down, so that's another one we got to shut off. We'd done a good job in the second quarter cutting that off, but there it is, that ugly rears its head again.
So to bring up 1st and 10, less than a minute deep into the third quarter. And the toss on the sweep to the far side. Wilson turns it upfield at the numbers and is going to get hemmed in and gain a couple of yards out to the 43, and it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Much better job on the toss sweep. That's another play that hurt us, all the outside plays. So excellent job by the Jaguars there. Let's see if we can get them shut down. It's 2nd and about a long 8.
So we'll have a 1-by-2 with a man in the slot, and he's going to come to the near side as a lead blocker, and Cooper will keep it and spins out to the 50-yard line in the center of the field. He gains 7, and it'll be make it 3rd down in the yard.
That looked like the Raytown offense where the quarterback just picks a hole and runs.
Seems like they may have watched that video. 3rd down in the yard from the 50. High snap. Cooper looks to throw. Now he rolls. Now he's in trouble, and he has to dump the ball.
That might be an intentional grounding. No, but I didn't see a white jersey around there.
I didn't either, and you're right. It probably could have been, particularly since he was outside the tackle, but the only time you see that is when it's high level on TV.
Exactly. Anyway, that's great coverage by the Jags. He wanted to throw the ball quick, but we had press coverage, and so now they're going to end up having to punt.
Cooper's the quarterback, and he's going to run it. And he is going to get the first down down the near side inside the 45 and out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And
you know, we talked 2 weeks ago about the rugby-style punt, and that's the advantage of it. He was going to just kick a rugby-style kick, and when he saw there was no contain on the outside, he just ran to pick up the first down. That's unfortunate for the Jags.
After standing as if they were going to spot the ball at the 40, they put it at the 39. That's along the lines of do what you say you're going to do. If you're going to spot it at the 40, put it down to the 40.
Yeah, that's irritating.
Yes, it is. Quads go to wide to the left, and Cooper's going to throw to the single man coming to the near side, but the pass is incomplete. It was caught by a receiver who was out of bounds, and that receiver, A.J. Russo, made a nice catch.
A.J. was running right down the sideline on a fade. Pretty good coverage, but Sammy Cooper put the ball right where he had to get away from the defense. Unfortunately, the feet came out of bounds.
So it'll be 2nd and 10, yeah. It's one of those CFL fields that you need there.
There you go.
Fake the toss, back to run, big hole right up the middle, and he's going to get inside the 30, still going down to the 26-yard line.
You know, we talked about Sammy Cooper getting roughed up against Park Hill South. He has run the ball really tough tonight. He's broken a lot of tackles. That was a very nice play. First down at the Jag 27-yard line.
You know, it's almost as if when he's delivering the hit, in other words, he's running aggressive as opposed to being there trying to get away and having a big lineman or a linebacker put the hurt on you.
Yeah.
Big difference. Cooper fakes, naked bootleg. He's going to look to throw and lofted deep into the end zone looking in the corner of the end zone, and the pass is incomplete, and the receiver was well defended.
Fortunately for the Jaguars, he bypassed the open receiver that was in the flat. That would have probably been a 12 or 15-yard gain, but goes for it all in the end zone. So we live to fight another day. So it's 2nd down and 10.
And Cooper's a one-year quarterback. He played receiver the last 2 years, and probably the inexperience at making the decision whether to which receiver to go to, and sometimes the temptation to get points
absolutely
is hard to lay off. Hand the ball to Wilson, picks his way straight up the middle, and he gets inside the 20, hit at the 25, and ends up picking up 6 yards after contact. And he's going to get close to 7 yards on the play, and Gage Shrout makes the tackle. It'll be 2nd down, make it 3rd down and 2. And the handoff, Wilson, he gets hit but breaks a tackle and gets the 1st down as he gets down to the 16.
Just that straight dive, it looked like an option setting up, but he gave the ball to the dive back, and he was able to struggle to get the 1st down. So they're in 4-down territory here anyway.
Leading 24-14. CarStar Blue Springs is the preferred auto body repair facility of Vision Sports and proud to support the Cats and Jags. They're on eastbound 40 Highway, just west of Woods Chapel Road. Cooper handoff straight ahead. And right now that offensive line, which was much maligned after week number 1, is doing the job, and Jackson Surratt is the guy who makes the carry and the tackle made on the play by Cole Wagner.
They're just lining up and running ball straight at the Jags right now. And
gain of 4, 2nd and 6, 7:40 remaining in the 3rd, 24-14. And the toss to Surratt, he gets hit and dropped at the 10-yard line. He may get another yard, possibly 2. It'll be 3rd down.
Toss sweep to the left that went for big yards in the first half, only goes for 2 here. We're defensing him pretty well, but we can't just make the big stop, and it really is killing us that we weren't able to stop the punter on the fake punt run.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 4 here. With the running back, Surratt to his right. Cooper is going to throw. Looks, fakes. Now he fires into the back of the end zone and overthrows his intended receiver on the back line. They were looking for Cardell.
Yeah, and I think he was like right on the line when the ball was tossed, and then it went all the way past the blue line. So.
Well, if you overthrow Trevor Cardell at 6'5" with a big wingspan, you've overthrown somebody.
Yeah, yes, you have.
And they're going to attempt a field goal. Stewart in to attempt. He has one this year. High snap. Ball is down and it's blocked. The kick is blocked. And it's going to roll down to a stop just shy of the goal line into the end zone. And I believe that Donovan Schweiso got a hand on that one and swatted it down.
You know, we've come close twice, and that time their execution was a little bit slow. The outside person is not supposed to be able to get there in time, but we did, and got the block, and so held them scoreless on that long drive. That's got to be a motivating factor also.
Could that be because of the high snap?
Could be.
Used just enough extra time to allow a quick man to get there. 6:50 remaining in the 3rd. Jags have the football, and
the bad news is we start on the 2-yard line.
Yeah, they downed it at that point and did not let it get into the end zone. So that's the bad news of the good news, bad news scenario. And the quarterback is going to sneak it under center, and Kennard is going to get out to the 3.
You know, you've given me a little bit of gas about being conservative. My favorite play in this situation is a 2-step fade route. throw the bomb. It's incomplete, or you maybe pick up a big first down.
Hey, I'm all for it. Single back set. It was an I formation with Overstreet, the fullback, set in tight, and Lee Summit West is gambling that the play call is going to be something up the middle, and they have guessed right, and they've held him on 2 plays to 1 yard.
Yeah, just a goal line defense. They're filling every gap.
And that begs to throw the fade route that you were just talking about, because they got that many guys in the box. Somebody's got to be open out there. And the receiver draws man coverage. And there's motion. One good thing about it, though, here is it's going to cost you half the back half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, it's just a yard and a half.
So big deal. Take a chance. And that's part of it. I think you look at all of the variables involved, and you're looking for your first win in week 3. You're playing a tough opponent. Take a chance. And that's kind of what I was suggesting earlier in Kennard with the handoff to the tailback. Nothing there. Nashawn Rick with the carry. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, and it'll be a punt. And it's almost as if the good defensive play worked against the Jags, because the blocked field goal put them in bad field position. They felt like they couldn't do anything with it. And now, even if Kennard gets off a great punt, he's going to get good field position. The return man will catch it at the 38, dance inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line.
Well, they're going to start at the 27. We need a turnover here. Rob, can you call down there and see if we can run that turnover play?
Hello? You said it was the wrong number. In other words, don't call us, we'll call you. Time out of the field, which will allow us to remind you that our third quarter is brought to you by Prime Lending. Proud to cheer for the Cats and Jags. Experience a hassle-free mortgage experience with Prime Lending. Home loans made simple. Call 600-4561.
Hey Jags, Matt Mitchell down at Culver's. Have you ever wondered why things taste so amazing when you come to Culver's? It's because it's fresh. We make it just for you. When you say, I want a burger, someone starts making a burger. When you want French fries, someone starts cooking French fries. We also make fresh frozen custard throughout the day. It's always within an hour of...
From the 27-yard line, first down and 10, and before they can get the play underway, a penalty flag is thrown and the play is blown dead. And I think this is second verse, same as the first, except this time the penalty is on Blue Springs South.
Somebody got their head across before the ball was snapped.
4:29 remaining in the third. So the encroachment penalty, and Wilson, nice hole inside the 20 down to the 19 before he's driven back.
Number 2, Taylor Wilson, the ball carrier.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Heart of the defense there to make the tackle. And the clock continues to run with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the third. They're at the inside the last 2 minutes of the third quarter, and Lee Summit North has opened up a 27-14 lead over Blue Springs.
Wow. You know, we've had our defense on the field just about the whole third quarter.
Cooper's going to roll to throw on what is 2nd and 2, and he'll complete a pass, and it is caught inside the 15. Making the grab is Tristan Hoots. sophomore wide receiver at the 12-yard line.
It's a nice pass and a nice completion there by the Titans. Cooper was buying time, and the receiver stayed in the open spot on the sideline, was able to pick up nice yardage there.
So that'll be good for the first down, 1st and 10 from the 12. And he'll bring a man in motion and fake the handoff to Wilson, roll to the near side. He fires into the back of the end zone, and Cardell makes the catch for the touchdown. But hang on, we've got a penalty flag that could bring this one back.
Illegal receiver downfield, but Cardell made a tremendous catch. The ball was thrown way behind him. He's able to stop, reach back, and catch that with both hands.
That was a tremendous catch, but you say the signal was illegal man downfield?
Yes.
And Phil Stompoli says, my bad, or is it actually my time? And so the touchdown is taken off the board with 3:39 to play here in the third. It's 24-14. Lee Summit West with the advantage. Back after this 30-second timeout from Vision Sports on KCWJ.
Prime Lending proudly cheers for the Cats and Jacks.
Join Big Frog Custom T-Shirts as they celebrate the Future Leaders T-Shirt Scholarship Program. Here's how it works. Now through March 31st, 2020, each time you order custom-made shirts for Blue Springs schools, clubs, and associations, 10% of the total purchase will help fund grants and scholarships distributed through the Blue Springs Education Foundation. It's a win-win situation. Design your own T-shirt at the area's largest selection of styles and colors, and 10% of the cost goes right back into the Blue Springs Education Foundation. For more information, contact Big Frog at 816-795-1115 or stop by and check out the big store. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts, located just off I-70 in Independence.
So the penalty is going to move the ball back to the 17-yard line. I think the reason why we had the stoppage of play was one of the officials, for the lack of knowing what it was, developed a hitch in his get-along. And so they had to stop the clock. The athletic trainers took a look at him, and they have pronounced him okay, and he says he's going to continue. So it'll be 1st down and 15 from the 17. 3:39 to go here in the third, 24-17. Lee Summit West with the advantage. Cooper's going to fake the handoff throw and then just toss it ahead a couple of yards. And the ball is caught at the 10-yard line. Hoots makes the grab once again.
Okay, this time Cooper hit the man in the flat and picked up about 10 yards. It's going to be 2nd and about 8 because of the penalty.
Just wondered, did he cross the line of scrimmage? Because he didn't throw the ball very far.
He was close.
Cooper looks to pass, swings it back on the bubble screen that went for the touchdown earlier. Cardell gets it, but is tackled basically in his tracks at the 10-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and 8.
No gain on that play. Nice job by the Jags.
Meanwhile, the clock runs merrily along here late in the third quarter. It's been a scoreless quarter. It's 24-14 at the half. Sammy Cooper, low snap, he'll get it. Catch some heat, rolls away, and then is going to be tackled back near the 20-yard line, so progress will be much closer to the 15.
I believe that's the first time we've got him on the sack. We've had him in our grasp several times, so nice job by the Jags.
There is a penalty flag on the play. It is holding against the Titans.
I believe we're going to decline it to make it 4th down, yes.
So if they elect to go with a field goal, they spot the ball in the 15. This will be 32-yard field goal try from the 22 at the far hash mark for Cole Stewart.
Field goal attempt coming up for tonight.
So he lines it up. He'll stand at the 25, low snap, and the ball is down. The kick is up, and it's no good.
Okay, so question. I believe the only time we've had the offense is when we were backed up in to our own goal line this whole quarter. So it's 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and we've really not even had a chance to run an offensive play in the middle of the field. So
haven't had the ball yet, in effect.
Exactly. So let's drive it down the field like we did at the end of the first half.
You know, we've seen a couple of pretty good kickers here the last 2 weeks, in Owen Lawson for Rockhurst and now Cole Stewart for Lee Summit West. And just goes to show you, no matter how good the kicker is, you got to be able to get him the ball back and get it into the hands of the holder.
Not a good snap.
A 1-by-2. Actually a man in the slot as Kennard rolls to the right, looks, he throws, flips it out, has a man, and the pass in and out of the hands of the intended receiver at the 39-yard line. And that was Storr, who had a chance to catch it and dropped it. There was a guy waving his hands a few yards in front of him that distracted him.
Yeah, I believe he may have got a hand on that. That was and that was Wyatt Ramsey again. He did that in the first quarter also.
Kennard is going to roll, catches a little heat, and he'll dump the ball off and get some yardage.
Nice job there. Just a scramble, and then everybody looks for an open spot to get to, and he got the ball to the wide receiver.
Yeah, it was Lanier who made the catch and picks up 7. It'll be 3rd and 3, and Mr. Ramsey was in on the tackle once again for Lee Summit West.
Very makeable 3rd down here. We need to get this.
3rd down and 3. And they need to get to about the 32-yard line. Kennard throws back across the grain. Storr goes up and makes the catch and is dropped at the 35-yard line, and that'll be good for the first down.
You know, Max did a great job there. I think he knew he was going to go to Storr with the ball because he stopped and threw back against the grain, and it was a great shot. Storr went up and got it. Big play, first down. Good job, Jaguars.
You're listening to Blue Springs South football, driven by the McCarthy Auto Group on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ. Kennard keeps it on the option to the right, just the read option, if you will. Gets to the 40 at the numbers on the far side. Picks up 4 yards, 2nd down and 6.
You know, it was an option, and the pitch man was there, but he put the ball under his arm, tucked it away. There was not going to be a pitch on that play.
That's like saying there's a ball in the dirt when you're playing on turf.
Yeah.
It's just an expression. That's what was set up, but you're right. He was going to run the ball all along. Storr makes the catch on and out at the 46-yard line, takes it to the 49, just shy of midfield, and that'll move the chains for the Jags with 1:01 to play here in the 3rd.
We're using the cushion that the Lee Summit West defenders are giving us. That's the out routes that we used at the end of the first half to pick up big first downs.
You got to remember, this team closed the dance strong last week at Ray-Pac. Johnson in motion, gets it to him on the jet sweep, but they nail him, and they eventually turn him back into Carson Peck, who body slams him just shy of the line of scrimmage.
We had penetration from the defensive line there that messed up the blocking scheme, and so there was a man right in the way as soon as we touched the ball. So that play was destined to not work, but it's going to be 2nd and 10. I don't think we lost anything.
Well, then they didn't give us a very good spot right before that.
Nope, now they're showing that we've lost yards.
So a penalty. Okay, there's the flag back at the 41.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Was on Blue Springs South.
Obviously a bad call. Whatever it is, it's.
I like the way you think, Coach. Best part about it is you say that, and I don't have to. Lanier to the near side. They're going to show blitz and then drop back. Kennard's going to throw, swings it out to Ricks, who catches at the 40. They swarm to the ball well, and he'll get back to within a yard of the line of scrimmage.
So it's going to be second and probably 14, 15.
So no gain, second down. At the 43-yard line, 25 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Brought to you by Prime Lending. Kennard's going to throw, flip the ball out, and a catch made at the 47 in Lee Summit West territory, down to the 44. Still be a few yards short of the first down, about 3 short.
Same play we picked up the first down on before. Stops and throws back across the grain to the other side. Big play that's going to make it third and makeable. 3rd and 3.
And that's the end of quarter number 3. So at the end of 3, it's
Dahlquist Dental has been proudly serving Blue Springs and the community for nearly 40 years. They offer family dentistry to all ages, sedation dentistry, wisdom teeth extractions, and implant surgery. When it comes to insurance, they accept Delta Dental and all PPO insurance plans. And if you're on a very tight budget, payment plans are offered through Care Credit. Find out why so many have trusted Dahlquist Dental for nearly 4 decades. They're located just off the outer road in Blue Springs.
Give us a call or visit us at our website, dahlquistdental.com.
We'll see you soon.
Hey Jags, Matt Mitchell down at Culver's. Have you ever wondered why things taste so amazing when you come to Culver's? It's because it's fresh. We make it just for you. When you say, I want a burger, someone starts making a burger. When you want French fries, someone starts cooking French fries. We also make fresh frozen custard throughout the day. It's always within an hour of fresh when you eat it. Not something that's been packed and sitting around the freezer forever. It's fresh, it's delicious, it's so creamy. So come see us down at Culver's. We can't wait to have you.
Start the fourth quarter, 24-14. And Kennard is going to throw over the middle. He gets flattened as he lets it go, and the ball bounces free past the receiver. Max thought that he was hit late. Truth of the matter is he wasn't, as much as I would have liked to have thought that.
Yeah, I think so too.
But over the middle, that might be another story.
My question was going to be, and it looks like they're going to do it this time, do you go for it on 4th down here? It's 4th and about 3.
Yeah. Kennard with trips wide to the left, and he looks to throw on and out. There's a receiver wide open. Catch made at the 42-yard line. And a good catch by Storr to advance the sticks and keep the drive alive.
Storr ran an excellent out route. Max put the ball right on the money on the wide side of the field, and there was a good cushion, so big first down for the Jags.
Rolling to the near side, Kennard catches backside heat, gets away from the man and runs, picks up a block, and then gets slung to the turf as he gets to the 35-yard line. So he ended up not getting back to the line of scrimmage, but he was about to get pancaked by a Mack truck from the blind side at about the 40.
Yeah, and he probably should have thrown that ball out of bounds to a close receiver. But second down, we're at the 36-yard line.
Opening moments of quarter number 4. Going to take a look at the Christian Brothers in-game scoreboard coming up in a moment. Brought to you by Christian Brothers Automotive. Kennard looking to get rid of the ball, and right now, Lee Summit West is just, they are just putting the pressure on and overpowering the offensive line.
Had to be a busted play. Looking to hand the ball off there, that seems like something was messed up on that play.
Cam Carswell gets in to make the tackle, and it'll be 3rd and 18, and we're just a minute into the fourth quarter. Late third, Lee Summit North went for 2 and got it. They lead by 15 over Blue Springs in the early stages fourth quarter. Kennard rolling on 3rd and 18, fires, and the ball is caught, but it's going to be well short of the first down by Johnson at the 30-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Nice looking play, but only gained half of what they need. It's now 4th and 9 and they spot him down at the 31.
That's the sprint out, and I think we'll go for it on 4th down. Probably too far for a field goal, but you don't want to punt from here, so take a chance on picking up the 1st down on a big play.
A 1-by-3 set. Man fakes to go in motion, resets. Kennard's going to throw, looking for someone, flips it out, and the ball is caught for the 1st down. Storr makes the catch and takes it inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. And once again, in the red zone, brought to you by ECS Capital Investments Advisor Eric Sporing. Call Eric at 510-9067.
Tell you, that was a very well-designed play, Rob. Started motion to the right, then stopped and threw back to the left side on an out route, picked up the 1st down. Great job.
Kennard rolling, gets a nice block, and he's going to float it into the end zone, throwing it up for grabs. The ball is caught but out of bounds, and then as I see it pop free, it's incomplete. But either way, it was going to be incomplete because if Johnson catches it, he's out of bounds.
Yeah, that's kind of a desperation thing. We don't want to get a turnover here. Got a hold on Blue Springs South.
And that was back at the 20-yard line, just to the Blue Springs South side of the line of scrimmage. They're in the early stages, 4th quarter, and Rockhurst with a 17-6 lead over Ray-Pec. 10.5 minutes to go in the 3rd, 17-7. Smithville leads at Grain Valley. 3rd quarter, Raytown leads Raytown South 35-7. 3rd quarter, Fort Osage 27-0 over Belton. That's a look at the scoreboard. Brought to you by Christian Brothers Automotive from Preps KC. Kennard to throw. Sets up, floats it into the end zone, left it short, and the pass almost intercepted in the end zone. If you're going to throw it and float it up there, Coach, you got to get it long, not leave it short.
Yeah, we kind of put the ball in harm's way that time. It's going to be 2nd down. We're kind of passing up on short options to go for it all on 1 down. We need to maybe kind of pick up what they give us.
3rd quarter, and Lee Summit trails Staley 14-7. Kennard's going to throw on an out and overthrows Ovi Johnson, incomplete.
Just an out route there, and pretty good coverage, so Max put the ball where he had to give his receiver a chance but not get an interception. So 3rd down and
20.
And a long 20 yards.
Well, 2 downs to get 20 yards.
Yeah.
Kennard, low snap, picks it up, picks up the blitz. Now he's going to run, gets tripped up, and down at the 25-yard line. Our 4th quarter, by the way, brought to you by Myers Funeral Chapel, locally owned and family operated. The friendly staff at Myers Funeral Chapel reminds you that texting and driving is dangerous for everybody on the road. So please do not text and drive. And looks like a field goal try. And Kennard, the holder, kneeling down at the 32, 42-yard attempt for Harper. Snap back, ball down, kick up, and it is short, no good.
Oh, just barely missed, probably by 3 yards.
So with 9:33 left to play, it is 24-14. Lee Summit West with the lead, and they will take over at the 20-yard line, 1st down and 10. Lee Summit, oh, go ahead, Coach.
No, I was just going to say that the holding penalty kind of messed us up there, but much better job this 3rd quarter. Hopefully we can shut down the Titans and get the ball back here.
Cardell comes split to the near side. They've got a man in the slot. Cooper with 2 backs in the backfield, and read option, the handoff to Wilson, and the read was not a good one, and by that the defense was ready for the running back.
Shed the block very well, got off and met the back at the line of scrimmage. Super job. I think the kids are starting to get the defense that our new coaching staff has put in. It's just taken a while, and maybe like the Chiefs, they just need to get used to the signals and the responsibilities.
And the terminology, it's all new.
Right.
Cooper fakes the handoff, coming to the near side, looks to throw, finds Cardell at the 30. He's down at the 32, and that'll be good for a first down.
Extremely hard for a high school kid to try to cover a guy that's 6'4" as a wide receiver. We had good coverage on that. The quarterback puts the ball in a pretty good place, and that's almost impossible.
Well, you got 5'9" Isaiah Frost trying to guard 6'5" Trevor Cardell.
And he did a good job. It just Cardell's got a little bit of height on him.
Gain of 12 and a first down. Cooper, long count, faked the handoff to Wilson. Back to throw, going to load it up. Got a man out there, and the pass is tipped and caught.
We had our hands on that. Tipped it up in the air. The receiver snatched it away from our defensive back. That's a highlight play.
And that's Jonathan Brink, and he makes the catch. Good for 36 yards, a juggle and a catch and a first down, and Wilson straight ahead on the next play as the Titans pick up the pace and snap the ball quickly, and they'll get down to the 26-yard line. .7:55 remaining in the game. It has been a scoreless second half so far. Approaching the midway point of quarter number 4. Cooper, a high snap, gives it to Wilson, and he's going to get down close to the first down mark. He'll be at the 22-yard line, which is going to be a couple of yards short. They push him back to the 23.
That's the base dive play that they've used all night. They just did a good job blocking at that time.
Long time to go on the play clock. And now it resets right as Cooper gets the snap, throws on and out. He's got his man, and he's going to get it first down inside the 10, down close to the 5-yard line, making the grab on the play. A.J. Russo, I believe. Luke Fellers in on the tackle.
Just an out route. The ball delivered to a great spot, and the receiver did a nice job of cutting back inside after he received the ball. Picked up extra yards, so it's going to be a first down inside the 10-yard line, right about the 5, isn't it?
That's what they're saying. First down and goal. Titans looking for the first points of the second half. And Wilson going to get the carry, and he'll fight his way down to the 3-yard line. And as I say it, Fellers comes out of there with the football, but the officials were saying it was caused by contact with the ground, and the play is dead. And the ball stays
so it's
on the 2-yard line.
Second down. Clock continues to run. Need a
6:20.
goal line stand here, Rob.
Need a turnover, Coach.
Yeah. Run that turnover play again.
Play clock down under 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Cooper, man in motion, snap, and toss the ball to the wingman coming around. That is Wilson, and he scores from 2 yards out.
Got the corner blocked, and not much chance to stop him on that. Nice execution by Lee Summit West.
Technically a pass for the touchdown from 3 yards out. 5:53 left to play. Stewart, left-footed kicker, and he missed it, hooked it wide to the right side.
Yeah, and that's the best snap they've had all night.
So the 3-yard touchdown pass makes it Lee Summit West 30, Blue Springs South 14. Back with the kickoff after this 30-second timeout on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
Festival presented by St. Luke's East Hospital is September 13th, 14th, and 15th. Join your friends, family, and neighbors in historic downtown Blue Springs and enjoy great food, live entertainment, a carnival, and activities for everyone. Be there for the big parade on Saturday morning, followed by a car show at 2 p.m. This year's theme is the Chamber and the Chocolate Factory, with over 250 unique food and product vendors on site. The Blue Springs Fall Fun Festival, September 13th through the 15th. Learn more at bluespringsfallfestival.com.
Kickoff is a squib kick that is going to be taken at the 20-yard line by one of the up men. A nice return out to the 30, considering that you're fielding a bouncing oblong pigskin. And the ball caught and returned by Alex Israelite. And he's tackled on the play by Zachary Myers and Joey Paxson for Lee Summit West.
Decent field position, so let's see if the Jags can get down and get another touchdown here.
They'll send three receivers wide to the left side, Coach. Plenty of time. Kennard, play action fake, rolling, and he will complete the pass. And then the receiver fumbles the football. It's loose, and the visitors claim to have the football, and they do.
That's too bad.
They recover at the 30-yard line after a nice pitch and catch, but didn't hold on to the ball. And
well, we talked about it at the beginning of the game. You try to do too much. That's just the receiver trying to score a touchdown on a play that was going to be a 5-yard gain. Didn't secure the ball, and now he's put the defense back on the field in jeopardy, so that's too bad.
And it comes with 5:34 remaining in the game. Kind of hard, and that comes from young players trying to do things, Coach. But you got to understand that this is a game that there are plays designed to score points, and then there are plays designed to gain 5 to 7 yards.
Well, and you got to know the difference between those two. That's exactly right.
And that comes from playing the game and experience. Sammy Cooper will hand it off on the end around. Once again, that's Wilson. The play they scored the touchdown on, except this time they handed it off. And the result was still the same, about a 2-yard gain.
Well, Cardell had his man going inside, and that's where the receiver cut, so he really kind of hurt himself that time, but that's okay.
Ethan Watson will get credit for the tackle. And it will bring up 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Play clock is down to 15. Game clock under 5 minutes. 30-14. Titans have this one in command. Cooper is going to keep it and flip the ball out of the flat. It is caught, and the receiver hauled down from behind. That was Caden Heil. Or excuse me, it was Cade Goodall, senior wide receiver. He'll get tackled at the 15. Good for a 1st down.
Another well-designed play. Kind of a counter pass. Fake the dive off the left side like they've been running all night, and then the quarterback reverses out, hits the back of the flat. Picked up nice yards. Picked up a 1st down. Ball's about on the 15-yard line.
Taylor Wilson, the setback out of the pistol. He'll get the handoff, cut off tackle, and pick up a couple of yards before being driven back. When it's all said and done, they may give him a yard. But right now, that's not really the goal, is it, Coach? The goal is to keep that clock running with 3:50 left.
Right.
And there are plays designed to keep the clock running.
And he did a good job of staying in bounds.
Got 2 running backs to the near side, and Cooper's going to toss to Wilson. He'll get the corner turn, but then slip as he plants his foot to cut up field. He slips at about the 5.
Looks like that may be close to a first down inside the 10. No, it's going to be about a yard short. It's going to be 3rd and about 1.
Yeah, they say he's down at the 6. So he gets 3. They're taking their time now. We're down to 3:20. Running out of the pistol with a man in the wing. Cooper will give it to Wilson, off tackle, touchdown. 6-yard run and 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns has blown this one open for Lee Summit West.
And I think they've just worn our defense down. Been on the field almost the entire second half. You know, I was talking to Tony just before this, and I do see a lot of progress with the Jaguars. We're getting better. We just need to not get our head down, keep striving to get better, and I think the season's going to turn around at some point.
Stewart will begin to attempt the extra point. And the Cardell hold, and this time he blasted through with 3:17 remaining. 37 to 14 is our score. Lee Summit West with the advantage, and they'll kick it away when we come back after this 30-second timeout on KC.
Hey Jaguars, this is Brandon Jackley with Chick-fil-A in Blue Springs. I'm the owner-operator here for the last 8 years, and we are so glad to be a part of this community, especially Blue Springs South High School. Come see our newly renovated dining room. Also, we're going to stay open late on Friday nights to catch you after the football game, so come visit us. Go Jags!
7 Highway in Blue Springs. Call 816-524-7040 to schedule your appointment or consultation today. Online at summitstrength.com.
Stewart's going to kick it away, and the left footer boots it high and deep and into the end zone. The Jags are going to run it out. I kind of like that enthusiasm, but Phil Stompoli calls him back and says,
there's a penalty. It looked like maybe one of our kids stepped on the line. You have to stay within those 5 yards until the ball's kicked and one of our kids stepped back too quick. I think that's going to be a procedure against the Jags, I believe.
Under normal circumstances, I would say.
No, chop block.
Really?
Shows you what I know.
Either way, and of course the chop block is a serious infraction.
It's a safety factor, yeah.
But even if it were just the, that minor rules violation, if you will, of stepping across the line a little soon, I really, at this point in the education of this young team, I don't mind seeing those things called because that's how you learn.
That's exactly right.
So the ball goes back to the 10 thanks to the chop block, and Kennard's going to throw, flushed out of the pocket, and now he's going to gun the ball downfield. He's got a completed pass as the receiver makes the catch. And the catch made by Jaden Steele. And he's going to get the ball out to the 35-yard line. So
tremendous play.
Yeah. Considering that it started off poorly. And
Max was running for his life, found a receiver down the field, got it to him. Great execution.
Running out of the pistol. Man comes in motion to the near side. That's Steele. And Kennard's going to roll. Fired on and out at the 40. It's caught. And the receiver bounces off a tackle attempt. That was Steele. And there to attempt to stop him was Dylan Zahn. And Zahn, I don't know why they teach you to play bumper cars. I mean, you wrap him up and tackle him. He had to wrap him up and tackle him anyway.
I think he'll be reminded of that when he watches the film tomorrow.
I would hate that. Kennard's going to take it on second down, and he's going to throw it long and overthrow it. Everybody except the defender, and the ball is intercepted at the 20-yard line.
Obviously a mix-up on the route. The receiver cut out to an out route, and he threw the post and that makes you look bad, but that's just a mix-up.
That was Zahn who picked it off back at the 20-yard line with 2:41 left.
But you have to admit the free safety was wide open.
He was. Made a good over-the-shoulder grab.
Yeah. Well, we see progress with the Jaguars. We're still very inconsistent, and I think we need to catch up on the scheme, but I see a light at the end of the tunnel. I think we're going to pick up and play better football.
And the Titans with the 37-14 lead, and they're going to get a new quarterback in the game. Tristan Keeney is in at the quarterback position. And the handoff resulting in a couple of yards. And the carry to Brandon Johnson. Meanwhile, the clock continues to roll, and we're down under 2 minutes. Play clock is at 12. And Keeney with a man coming in motion, and they will toss the ball on the play to Johnson, so it'll be a pass out over the 25 to the 28-yard line.
That's just a jet sweep with a little toss instead, and pick up yards, stay in bounds, clock's running.
The old shovel pass is what they used to, except now they just catch it and flip it up in the air and let the receiver catch it.
Everybody copies the Chiefs, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Everybody copies somebody.
Thing. Yeah, that's a good thing.
If you want to score points, copy the Chiefs. And especially in the Metro. We're down to 1 minute and 15 seconds. I wonder if Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy will give the high school guys the playbook. Hand off to Brandon Johnson, and he'll get run down trying to sweep the far corner, and it'll bring up 4th down. He gets tackled back at the 25-yard line for a loss. It's a final, and Lee Summit North, after having gone close to 20 years without a win in the series, has won 2 in a row over Blue Springs, winning 31-21. Liberty North beat Park Hill 21-3, and Rockhurst over Ray-Pec 17-9. Third quarter still, Smithville 25, Grain Valley 22. The Christian Brothers scoreboard. We're down to a half a minute. Final play of the game coming right here on a punt, and they're going to take a delay, and nope, they're going to take a timeout.
They ran it down to 0 on the play clock and called timeout so they don't get a penalty.
Methinks it matters not, Coach.
Yeah.
Join Big Frog Custom T-Shirts as they celebrate the Future Leaders T-Shirt Scholarship Program. Here's how it works. Now through March 31st, 2020, each time you order custom-made shirts for Blue Springs schools, clubs, and associations, 10% of the total purchase will help fund grants and scholarships distributed through the Blue Springs Education Foundation. It's a win-win situation. Design your own T-shirt at the area's largest selection of styles and colors, and 10% of the cost goes right back into the Blue Springs Education Foundation. For more information, contact Big Frog at 816-795.
There's the snap and the punt. High kick, nobody back deep to return it, so it's going to shake, rattle, and roll around and come to a stop inside the 35 at the 34-yard line. And Sammy Cooper back in to punt it, and the clock is down to 8 seconds.
Ben Allen's done a nice job on all 3 of the games. We've not had any trouble with the center. I'm going to nominate him tonight, the center for the Jags, number 62. Ben Allen has done a great job.
And he's our Summit Strength lineman of the game. Going to snap it one final time, and then...
Maybe I jinxed him. I hope he doesn't mess this one up.
The Titans have scored 14 points here in the fourth to lead it 37-14. Low snap, but Kennard gets the pass away, completes it to the 40-yard line to Steele, and there is your ball game. Our final, it's Lee Summit West 37, Blue Springs South 14, and We invite you to stay tuned for our post-game activities coming up after this timeout on Real Country, 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.